Ever feel like love is just one big mystery you can't solve? What if the answers didn't lie in your stars, but in your strategy? Focusing on practical skills and deliberate action. Cal Newport has slow productivity. Ali Abdaal has feel-good productivity. Today, I want to introduce romantic productivity. I'm not sure that term will really catch on, but there is a fascinating link between productivity and romance that can transform the way you think about love. I mean, we've all heard the expression, there are plenty of fish in the sea, but it really isn't easy to find the right person. Whether you're young and single, or recently separated, or divorced and starting again, there comes a time in your life where you need to become more proactive about finding a life partner. But so many people just believe that love will happen to find them. We watch romantic movies where lovers meet in spontaneous, unexpected ways, and we believe that it has to be like that for us. No planning, no preparation, no practical steps. And so we wait, we hope, and stay single. But what if I told you that there is something that you can do? Something that sounds completely unromantic, but could be the secret to finding love. It's about embracing productivity. Romantic productivity. And more specifically, the science of way power in order to find that special someone. And if you haven't checked out my previous video about the science of way power, well then the link is in the show notes. Okay, romance and productivity. I know this isn't a typical combination, but stay with me on this one. I was talking with a friend just the other day who is single after 20 years and hoping to find Mr. Right. And I asked her, I don't know, a random question, what strategies do you have in place to help you? She looked at me perplexed, like I was from another planet, because I'd used the strategy word in terms of romance. But as she talked, she actually had an aha moment, and she said to me, I see your point. You know, if I was going for a job, a new job, well, then I would do some things. I would write a CV, I would have conversations with people, I would get out there and start to try new things in order to make something happen. It's just that I've never really seen romance in that way. I've never seen love like a strategy. And while I totally get it, you know, project planning isn't exactly romantic, but treating your love life like a project might be the smartest thing to do if you feel stuck and want to find the right person. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should treat your lover like a project. I mean, spontaneous flower giving is far more romantic than a Gantt chart. But when it comes to managing yourself and staying motivated, especially when the path forward feels so unclear, well then productivity and pathways thinking is a great way forward, particularly if you apply the skills of way power. Over the last few lessons, I've introduced the concept of way power or pathways thinking, which is a research-based skill that unlocks incredible benefits across work and life. So people with way power, the ability to imagine multiple paths or options to achieve a desired goal, are more likely to get better jobs, win at professional sport, achieve social success, and overcome challenges and pain. And while it's not been researched as far as I'm aware, I'm convinced that the skills of pathways thinking or way power can also help you find a romantic partner. I mean, it won't guarantee success, but it will open up new options and new possibilities to give you the opportunity to discover the person that you're seeking. Because way power is about finding creative ways to solve complex problems. And there's nothing more complex in life than love. So if you find yourself stuck, rather than waiting idly doing the same thing again and again and just hoping things will change, well then I encourage you to adopt the skills of way power. That means to look for a different strategy, to find new options and new approaches to the same problems, and to do something different. If you haven't watched my first video, I would encourage you to go and do so, but there are 3 key frameworks or activities that can help you learn the skills of way power. Brainstorm, eliminate, and do something new. Okay, let's start with brainstorming new options. I mean, let's imagine you're an introvert and you find it hard to meet new people. But clearly, you need to meet new people if you want to find a life partner. So what might be the next step? Well, Brainstorm new options. Write down as many ideas as you can think of. Be creative. Get audacious. Anything goes. One obvious option, of course, is to sign up for a dating app, but let's suggest you've had a bad experience or you want to find a different strategy. What might you do? Let's start with something a little quirky. You could find a random, good-looking person on the street and give them your phone number. Or print a t-shirt that says, "Looking for love." Or maybe hire a skywriter to spell your phone number in massive letters in the sky. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous. But at least we're off and running. Could you Google search how to find a partner without a dating app? Just to broaden your options. Or meet like-minded people by getting involved in a hobby or sport that you like. Sign up for dance lessons, join a writing class, take photography lessons. And maybe start something new for people like yourself. A quiz night for singles. Or volunteer. Find a cause and give back to the world, and you might find someone who has similar values along the way. The idea of this stage is to come up with as many options as you can, 20, 30, 50 options, even if some terrify you, and then brew on whether any of those options might connect in real life. Typically, one or two of those options actually has legs, and then you've got something new that you can try in order to get out there and meet the right person. The second thought experiment to discover love using the skills of way power is to eliminate options. Ask yourself the question, what would I do if all my current options were removed? For example, what would you do if you could never have a life partner? If you eliminated the option of spending time with someone in this way? How might you live well and flourish and experience a meaningful, joyful life in spite of missing out on this experience? I remember a friend who always wanted to travel overseas. She'd been dreaming her whole life of traveling to Italy and walking the Tuscan countryside, but she always imagined doing this with a life partner. But Mr. Right never appeared, and so she never traveled overseas. But in my mind, why wait? If you can't find a life partner right now, you can still book a ticket to Rome. I did this when I was single, and it was a life-changing experience that I'm so grateful for. I never found romance, but I had amazing conversations. I experienced beautiful food. I walked mountains with newfound friends, and I found myself building confidence that I could live an enjoyable, meaningful life outside of a relationship. It actually helped me become the type of person I am today and to have the confidence in who I am to prepare me for the person I was to meet in the future. Worst case scenario, you experience the world, you stretch yourself to do something new and come back with some interesting stories. But the best case scenario, you have the time of your life, you make some new friends, you experience part of the world that you've never experienced before, you gain confidence and hopefully make new friends around the world, one of whom might become a soulmate. Win-win. Okay, the third skill of way power as it applies to romantic productivity is to do something new. Don't just think about it. Do something. Go to that networking event. Say hi to that stranger who seems to be eating a meal by themselves. Say yes to that school fundraiser at your child's school. You never know what will happen as you step out and try new things. Become the type of person who has a wide group of friends and who is a good friend. Broaden your networks and see what happens. By taking one action, which leads to the next action, which leads to a different strategy, which leads to another action, you'll discover new ways of meeting people and discovering things about yourself, and hopefully one day find that person that you've been searching for. So, there you have it, using romantic productivity to help you find a date, create new paths to meeting people, and hopefully experience romance in your life. Now, I'm not sure romantic productivity as a term will catch on, but the idea of using way power to meet people and to find romance is solid. What might it look like for you to broaden your relational world using way power? Can you find creative ways to experience new and rich relationships? Can you use productivity and pathways thinking to make new friends? If you have any questions or comments or insights, please leave a comment. I love hearing from you. And of course, it would be super helpful if you subscribe to my channel so that you can stay on top of every new video and the insights that I have around lifestyle productivity and romantic productivity. And if you know someone who you think this lesson will help, please share the video with them. And hey, and if this video does happen to lead you to that special person, we'll send us a photo of your wedding. It would be really nice. But until next time, make space to find that special someone. Oh, Hallie, I finally got it right. It's about embracing productivity.